Listen to what a Pennsylvania ufologist professor claims. He says gray aliens are created from human DNA. The so-called gray aliens, these short men with large heads and a frail little body, are considered the most famous type of aliens. It's they who most often appear in the stories of abducted people. So who are these gray aliens? They are humanoids, that is, humanoid creatures, and there have been many theories from ufologists in an attempt to explain who they are, and this is what Anj Svirastava reports on Infinity Explorers. The so-called gray aliens, short men with large heads and a frail little body, considered the most famous type of aliens, appearing in the stories of abducting people. So who are they? Humanoids, humanoid creatures, and there have been many theories from ufologists in an attempt to explain who they are and why they look so similar to people and at the same time are so different. Some consider them real aliens arriving from other planets. Some consider them time travelers representing people who have evolved over millennia. Some consider them as visitors from another dimension or other worlds. And some say they are robots created by non-humanoid aliens, and so on. There is even a completely bizarre theory explained that a large head, black large almond-shaped eyes, a triangular face, a nose in the form of two small holes, a thin mouth, the absence of ears, and other details of the appearance of the greys are in fact a highly distorted image of a person perceived in childhood by newborn babies. That is, all abductions by aliens are supposedly just strange nightmares or lapses in consciousness with the call of long-forgotten infantile memories. And now one more version about gray has been stated. The new theory was stated by a certain David Jacobs, who, by the way, is an official teacher of history from Temple University, Pennsylvania, USA. Jacobs has a hobby. He is extremely passionate about ufology and regularly tells the press about his hunches and thoughts. So he's a history teacher who is also a ufologist. He has previously talked about the fact that aliens have been walking on Earth among people for a long time, and also that they are planning a full-scale invasion. So this is what this history professor from Temple University, Pennsylvania is telling us. Recently, Jacobs was invited to the Richard Dolan TV show, and there he talked about how the similarity of greys to people is not accidental, because they were probably specially created using human DNA, according to him, and this DNA was obtained from abducted people, apparently the very first. According to Jacobs, these greys have barely visible ear holes, nose holes, and a very tiny little mouth, but these parts do not seem to play any important role in their physiology, because the greys communicate telepathically with the abducted, and no one has ever noticed that they were breathing. He says there is no evidence that they breathe, although the abductees saw them very close to them. They even touched their foreheads. I asked these people, did you feel their breath on your face? And they always answered no. They most likely have no lungs at all. They have very thin little bodies, and no one has seen their chests move with breathing. And they don't talk. They always communicate telepathically. They don't eat either, at least not in the usual way we eat. So for what purpose do they need a mouth? The fact is that these gray aliens probably have human DNA, which made them so similar to us in appearance. And Jacob goes on to say, I don't know for sure, but that's my best guess. It all comes down to a mouth slit that they don't need at all, that they should not have. So what do you think about what he's saying? This is a professor of history at Temple University, Pennsylvania, and this is what he claims concerning gray aliens, extraterrestrials. So please leave your comment. Thank you for your support. This is by Infinity Explorers and Svirastava on Collective Spark. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support. and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.